Now we're at a local Chipotle breaking down the company's second quarter earnings results. We're seeing shares, though, down more than 7% on a same-store sales miss. That's a very important metric for restaurant chains across the board. Overall, though, we're seeing earnings that came in mixed. Revenue roughly in line with estimates, $2.5 billion versus the expected $2.54 billion there. So a slight miss, although it was up 13.6% year over year. Adjusted earnings, that was a beat at $12.65 a share versus the $12.25 expected. But again, same store sales, that is what's driving the decline in the stock price, 7.4% versus the expected 7.7%. We also saw operating margins miss estimates slightly, 17.2% versus 17.6% that was expected. Now, a slight miss on those operating margins, that's probably due to a few factors, one being the heavy investments that we've seen from Chipotle in terms of their tech, their hiring, as well as their expansion plans. The company reiterated plans to open 255 to 285 new restaurants this year. They are also testing new restaurants in the UK and France. CEO Brian Niccol, he says he's very bullish about those global expansion plans, and he called that out in the earnings release, saying in part, quote, "Our employees, technology, and innovation in our restaurants, along with expanding access and convenience in North America and laying the groundwork for international growth, set us up for long-term success." In terms of costs for food, beverage, and packaging, that decreased in the quarter, and that's due to a hike in menu prices that we saw last year, along with lower prices in avocados. But in terms of the inflation picture, with the food that you're seeing in front of my face right now, we're not out of the woods yet. With Chipotle saying that the inflation is still very present in ingredients like beef, dairy, salsa, tortilla, beans, and rice, which we have seen from that CPI print. The outlook for 2023, they see Q3 comp restaurant sales to grow in the low to mid single digit range, whereas the full year comp restaurant sales will grow in the mid to high single digit range. So investors are going to want to hear why same store sales disappointed, especially since we had that chicken al pastor come out in the quarter. Wall Street analysts were very bullish on this menu item, saying it would be one of the most successful limited time offerings, but there was no mention of that at all in this earnings release. So a lot more to be discussed on that call. Again, taking a look at shares, they are just accelerating here, down more than 8%.
It is certainly are. Wall Street taking some issue with this report. Allie, what do you got right in front of you there?
I got the trifecta here. We have burritos, we have guac and chips, and we have my favorite, a burrito bowl. So as you can see behind me, there's a lot of people here right now, and we're not quite at lunchtime, not quite at dinner time, so people are still enjoying their local Chipotle here. I'm personally pretty hungry right now after that Fed meeting, so I'm about to dig into this very shortly.
You got to bring that back to the office here, to the studios. Allie, I was just going to say, it is pretty crowded given the time right now, 4:20, really in between meal times, but Chipotle's always crowded. All right, Allie Canal, great stuff. Thanks so much.